Hey, what's up, guys? Tim Wright coming to you with a quick update and the summary on the events that have transpired between Nico Leonard and Oisin of the Timeless Watch channel. Okay, so let's first start with the recap. What happened and why things happened and what is the status of the situation at the moment. Okay, in the past 3 days, a lot of information came out, okay? And it, by all the looks, by the way, wearing my Daytona today, by all the looks, it all started back somewhere in September when Oisin he sold a couple of watches to the Wizard. Now, at the time of sale, what happened was they had a deal. When they said it's sold, it's sold. But Oisin wasn't gonna ship the watches until he got the money in the bank. Now, in the watch industry, that's called mazal. You made the deal. You closed the deal. However, it by all accounts, it looks like the Wizard was actually doing a deal for Nico. So the Wizard said he's gonna get the watches, but he was gonna get the money from Nico to pay for the watches, and then Oisin was gonna ship the watches to Nico. Now, Nico was telling the Wizard that, hey, the money is coming. I'm sending the money very soon. I think until Oisin got the money, it was like 10 weeks according to Oisin, 6 weeks according to Nico. He said, she said. But the point is, it was taking very long time to sell the watches, to basically for Oisin to get the money, and he got very frustrated, and he thought he was never gonna get the money for these watches, so he sold the watches on his own. He sold them, they were gone. And then suddenly, sometime in December, boom, 42,000 euros drops in his bank. Huh. So he's like, oh, I got this money. Now, he had to get the watches. Now suddenly, because everything, he didn't, at that point, he thought he's not gonna get the money. So he already got rid of the watch. I mean, if you're gonna mazal, if you're gonna buy the watches from someone, you would expect to get your money the next day, right? He expected at least by the end of the week, not 6 or 10 weeks. Very long time. Anyways, he thought it was over, but then he got this money in his bank. So now he had to get out of the situation. Out of the 3 watches that he sold, he only had 1 left. So he shipped that one, and then he was gonna try to procure another 2. Now, he couldn't do it. He tried to look for watches. It was very hard. And by the looks of it, he also, I think, had some problems with the bank. But the point is, he was thinking, I'll find the watches and I'll send them the watches. And maybe we'll make some money on the other end. Because, look, they freaking jerked him around for 10 weeks, 6 to 10 weeks. So he thought, hey, you know what? There's no hurry here. They made me wait. I'll make them wait. In the meantime, I'll find equivalent watches that I had, and I will ship them to Nico. However, it turned out to be not as easy to procure equivalent pieces to replace the ones that he was gonna send them. So what happens? Out of the 42, he sent 1 GMT, so that was like 15,000. They didn't like the condition. Oh, it's starting to rain. They didn't like the condition of it, blah, blah, blah. Point is, then he returned another fraction. Then he returned 10,000. He returned 10,000 a couple weeks later. Now, there's a thing. Nico Leonard, he's got this character flaw. When he's owed large sums of money, he gets really, really pissy. He gets very angry. I don't know. Some people they get very angry when they're owed money, and they start demanding, "Hey, when am I gonna get my money back? I want my money. I want my money," because he wanted to do some business with that money. Anyways, now Oisin, he doesn't like to be yelled at. He doesn't like to be demanded, especially after he was jerked around for 6 to 10 weeks. So he's thinking, listen, man, you guys weren't in the rush to send me money. I'm not going to be in the rush to send you money. So anyways, times goes by. He sends 10. Then again, there's a lot of yelling. There's a lot of demands from Nico. Then I think Oisin makes arrangements that he doesn't really want to talk to Nico because of the way Nico communicates. He doesn't appreciate that demanding kind of attitude, especially after he was jerked around. So he starts working with Steve, and Steve tells him like, "Hey man, if you return the money, we'll even as a show of good faith, we'll knock it down 2,000. So just return the money as soon as you can. We'll knock it down by 2,000." So I think after that, Oisin sends another 6. So what happened was he had 42. He sent the GMT, that's minus 15, then minus 10. Then they knock it down by 2. Now they're saying, Nico is saying that was if you had paid off within like a month time frame. So Nico no longer honors the minus 2 because money hasn't been returned. Now according to Oisin, Steve did not say that there was any there wasn't a time frame limit. Again, she said. So Oisin ends up, at the moment, the way it stands, Oisin says he owes 9,000 and Nico says that he owes 11. Now, the whole reason all of this exploded was because in his demands, Nico basically leaked Oisin's address in the WhatsApp forums. Now, I asked Nico, hey, actually a friend of mine asked Nico, hey, if you could have done anything differently, would have you leaked the address? Now, address was leaked because it was all these screenshots, and I guess in the payment, in the wire form, there was address. He should have blacked it out, but he didn't. And he was asked, like, hey, if you could go back, would have you blacked it out? And now Roman Sheriff said, no, address, posting address in that WhatsApp group was not acceptable. So he says that's not good. Nico's still angry at Oisin, so he said, yeah, I would have posted the address. Okay, all right, okay. So anyways, now, the reason this whole thing came to blows, because there were a few people who had some issues with Oisin regarding some Seiko mod shitters. The Usman, he wanted his Seiko mods. He sent them to Oisin like over a year ago. And Oisin, being a typical artiste, took his sweet time in returning them. Holy shit. I mean, he was given 4. He said, hey, do a review if you can, as soon as possible. There was no time frame, but I mean, I guess the guy was expecting them sooner. But anyways, he was given 4, was told, hey, return 3, and you can keep 1. Whew. It's now pouring. Okay, so Oisin was kind of slowly including these Seiko mods within his videos. But I guess Usman didn't appreciate how slow the whole thing was. What are you gonna do? I mean, Oisin can't eat a fucking Seiko for breakfast, you know what I mean? So he, obviously other projects that paid money took priority, but some people don't understand that, you know? And there was the The Humphrey Bogart, the Gruen. The Gruen guy, same thing. He says, the Gruen guy says it's a Humphrey Bogart's watch, but there's no evidence except like kind of a picture from a side that looks, but there's also no proof that that was his watch. So the whole thing is, anyways, people kind of compile these two complaints, and when these complaints were launched on Omega forums, Nico jumped on and kind of, they used it all together to kind of like, hey, this is a pattern. He owns watches, he owns money. Now Nico also says that Asheen owes money to Spencer from BQ for the AP. Now Asheen says he doesn't, and apparently there's going to be a live stream after this video, guys. After this video is done, in the comments, and also I'm going to try to redirect the audience from this video to Asheen's live stream, commenting, bringing people to kind of vouch for him that, you know, oh, by the way, Asheen has returned the Gruen watch, and he has returned the Seikos yesterday. The one of the Seikos sold, so I think he's going to PayPal that money to the guy, and the rest have been shipped out. The Gruen has also been shipped out, first class mail. That should be arriving today, actually. All right. So now, what's left? What's left is this $9,000 to $11,000 debt. Yesterday, Asheen was on Archie's channel, and he doesn't seem to be in the hurry. He's not in the rush. He's not in the rush to return the entire thing. He even suggested that he might return them in the form of pennies, because in these Mazal things, right, there's no contract. It's all based on trust. You sell a watch, you trust the other guy. That's it. Because contracts, apparently, they take too long. If you write up a contract for every watch that's been sold, it's gonna take forever. So Asheen, being Asheen, he's gonna see how long can he take and pay it in the least timeliest manner. Now, what do I think about this whole situation? I think it's a total fuck up. I think it's a fuck up on both sides. Okay, when the wizard and Nico said, Mazal, we're sending the money should have been by the end of the week in Asheen's account. That way he would have sent the watches the next day, and there would be no problem. There would have been none of this. We would not be here today in this situation if that money was sent. So there is blame on kind of on Nico and the wizard here a little bit. Okay, they should have been a lot more quicker with the money. And then when they sent the money, they should have said like, hey, it's coming tomorrow. You still have the watches, instead of just dumping money in Asheen's bank account, who then was like, okay, I got the money. Okay, let me try to find the watches that I already sold. Let me try to get them back. Maybe, because as a struggling YouTuber, Asheen is also, you have to understand, he's also trying to scratch out a living in Venice. Venice is not cheap. It's not expensive, but it's not cheap. So everyone is just trying to make a living, and everyone is very, very sensitive, angry. You know, so my recommendation, Nico needs to calm down. Okay, just relax. Okay, Asheen sent the Omegas. Okay, now the Omegas, Seikos and the Gruen. That's a gesture of goodwill. He's gonna send it. Let's just calm down. It's gonna happen. Now, I think the angrier Nico gets, the less likely Asheen is gonna send the money. So my suggestion for Nico to just chill, just wait. Let's just patiently wait. Okay, I think the patience here is a virtue. Maybe a bit of an apology, because it did start with Nico stalling to send the payment to the wizard, who then was gonna forward it to Asheen. right? Because they should have been like, hey, my bank is not. Nico should have said, hey, my bank is closed. I'm no longer buying these watches. Instead of saying, hey, I'm going to try to reopen as soon as possible and I want the watches. He should have said, like, hey, you know what? Oisin, we release you from your duty of holding on to watches. You can just go and sell them yourself. That's what they should have done. But okay, that's how it worked out. I think Nico should apologize for doxing Oisin's address. Oisin had to move because of that. I don't think it's okay to share the addresses. Now, I understand Nico is freaking out because this is big money. Look, it is normal for some people to be a little bit freaked out when people own them tens of thousands of dollars. But I think in the industry like that, you have to be a little bit patient. You got to be cool with this. So, and I think Oisin should send maybe a small payment to show, hey, it's coming. Maybe he doesn't have the money right now. Maybe he should send a small payment as a gesture of goodwill that it's coming to calm Nico down. And I think everyone needs to de-escalate. But then again, are they going to listen to me? Why should they listen to me? I'm a nobody YouTuber. I'm a kind of a joke on YouTube. So there you go, guys. That's my analysis. Sorry for the long video. I hope it summarized the whole kerfuffle, the whole fuck up between these legends on YouTube. So hopefully you guys watched this. Hopefully I answered a lot of your questions. Make sure you hit the upvote button. Subscribe to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, what the hell are you waiting? And also hit that bell icon. There's a little bell icon. You click that bell icon because the bell icon is gonna notify you when my new video is coming and when I'm going live. I usually do live streams. So yeah, bell icon. And let me know in the comment section below what you think about this whole disaster, this absolute disaster in the watch community. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later tonight on a live stream. Right, how do I turn this off? Turn this off. Where's that button? It's somewhere.